Have you heard of this timeless poem that has inspired, touched, changed, and saved lives, been the subject of countless pieces of artwork, and for over 50 years has ominously been signed author unknown? The poem, Footprints in the Sand.
Who wrote the poem, Footprints in the Sand? My name is Kathy B. I'm a singer-songwriter from a small town called Bloomingburg, Ohio, of 500 people. And when I left to go on the road, join a group, my mother gave me a small copy of Footprints in the Sand, the poem, so that I could take with me. It made me feel better to know that I wasn't alone, and it also gave her great comfort knowing that her child carried something with her that told her that God was always there with her. So it became one of my favorite poems. And I would go to different places all over the country. We would be opening acts for people like Grandpa Jones, Oak Ridge Boys, Crystal Gale, and a lot of the Lawrence Welk people. And in truck stops where we ate, I would see copies of Footprints in the Sand, all kind of poems, and it had these people's name on it that did the artwork for Footprints in the Sand. And I was comforted again because I saw my favorite poem out there in these truck stops, just reminding me that God was there to carry me, regardless of the places we went. And sometimes it was pretty scary. In 1979, I came to California, and I sang at a place called the Palomino in North Hollywood. And a woman was there, and she heard me sing, and she invited me to come to her home for spaghetti. Nice spaghetti dinner. And upon accepting and arriving at her home, I saw all these poems on her walls, all of these poems that she'd written, and plaques and accommodations. And there was this poem about a little child that was abused. And this was different because it was from the point of view of a child. And it really touched my heart. So I told Mary Stevenson, the author, that I really liked her poem. And she said, "Oh, you like those? Let me go get some more." She ran into her bedroom, and on her table she dumped many poems from this box. And as I'm going through the poems, I discovered an original, Footprints in the Sand, dated 1939. And I said, Mary, you have a copy of Footprints here. How did you get Footprints?" And she said, "I wrote it." And of course, I'm not believing her because I seen it in truck stops everywhere, and I'm pulling out my copy that my mom gave me. It was a little card size that you could carry it in your wallet. And I'm going, "But you couldn't have, it's author unknown." And she came in the room and she looked very, very hurt. And she said, "I wrote it." And nobody believed me. And people accused me of being a liar. And she said, "So all these years, I just put it away in the box." God wink, I found it. I felt really bad doing that to a friend. She had become an instant friend. And I really and truly I felt very, very, very low at that point. And so I said, "Mary, I vow that I'm going to help you. And I'm a singer, songwriter, had a band on the road and of my own. You know, I had traveled the circuit, and then I put together my own band. And I just came to California to do some tracks with the people who recorded with the Steve Miller Band, you know, Fly Like an Eagle. And that's why I was there, just to do some more tracks, record some records at the time, and go back out on the road and promote them." But my life changed.